Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We have a little different situation going on. My other monitor for some reason is stuck on resolution 800x600. Which it shouldn't be. I don't know, it's something about the cables probably. Don't know how to fix it. I need to get myself a new HDMI cable or something and try to figure it out. But yeah, so the Streamlabs view is really pixelated and small. Hello Stoic and Cardsuit, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? The chat is also very small. 800x600. Insane resolution. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. I had my first full workday today. Like last week I had like this practice thing, and today it's been the real deal. And it went okay, it was chill. I was playing video games on my phone at the same time to get time to run. It was chill. You know, it's very like a slow job in a way, so I can like have a game on and have it like running on auto mode or something like that. But yeah, I've been doing fine. I just ate, and yeah, VTube Studio was not working a while ago, but now it seems to be okay. So let's keep our fingers crossed we can finish this whole stream, this whole chapter in this one stream without technical issues. How about you, Stoic? How is your week starting? How is your Monday? How about Cardsuit? How are you doing? I still have like some studies to do and stuff like that today, so I hope we can like finish in time. Which means we should get going with the game, right? So, last time we finished with the childhood part of the game. We got to know our future romance interest, the only possible one in the free version of the game. And now we are in middle school, and it's the summer, it's the first day of summer vacation in middle school. I'm okay, thanks for asking. Went for my morning walk, decided to watch your stream in a bench in front of a school. Alright, so you're outside watching. It's how nice. Good, not much today though. I mean, that sounds like a good Monday. It sounds like a good Monday. It's 9 AM where I am. Oh, right. There's like time difference. First time catching this game. Welcome to the stream, Lou. I think this game is actually pretty comfy and like wholesome. I was a little bored with some of the parts, but I still like, even though I got bored sometimes, I still felt like I want to get back to the game. So that's why I decided to put it on Monday, the next stream, as the first stream of the week. I just wanted to see where it's going, you know. It's 5 PM for me, Lamar. It's 5 PM for me too, yeah. Yeah, Stoic you live in North America, right? I mean, it would make sense with the time difference, like 7 hours or something. Alright, it's the first day of summer vacation. The sun was as hot as ever, but you were inside and away from its harsh rays. To be more specific, you were snuggled up in bed, celebrating your time off by sleeping in, wide awake, about to head out to enjoy your time off. I'd say the first option, but it's summertime. I don't know if Jamie has an AC. Like, you know, yeah, Texas, right, yeah, Texas. I'm so sorry that you live in Texas. I don't know how you feel about me saying that, but like, I don't know, come from North Europe, we have a very very maybe negative view of Texas as a place. It was great. I'm finally done with all. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. All right, I'd say if we have an AC, then I'm snuggled up in bed. It was hot, but you still had the blanket up over your. No, I won't. Oh no, I don't have it. I don't want to be. I don't. You know, the worst thing is to be like all sweaty and nasty in bed. In like in non-sexual contexts. Like, it feels nasty. Anyway. Unfortunately, you hadn't prepared for an intrusion. From beneath the blanket, you heard the door creak open. Oh, it's Elizabeth! I think she is like 15 now, 16 maybe? You're still sleeping. Wow. Get up. She's still as bossy as ever, isn't she? You started to fake snore loudly. I think that's a big sibling energy. I think this is big sibling energy as a response. You didn't get out of bed and instead made some obnoxiously loud and totally phony sleeping sounds. It was pretty annoying, but she had bothered you first. Not funny. Get up now. I will come over there. Why though? Why does she want us to be awake? Doesn't make sense in my opinion. In my opinion, you should let your siblings sleep if they want to sleep. So much for a lazy morning. Mom told me to tell you that your baby boyfriend. Baby boyfriend. Why do you add the baby there? Why baby boyfriend? That sounds so wrong, and that sounds so weird too. He's here and wants to see you again, like he does every day. Why are you? What is the attitude, Elizabeth? He brought some happy summer gifts from Mr. Holden. Mom wants you to take it from him, so say thanks or whatever. You did not like the way she called him your baby boyfriend. Yeah, I don't. That sounds weird. Is that something you say in English? Is that like a fixed phrase? But he knew by now that saying so wouldn't stop her.
Come on.
I'll be right there. Elizabeth said nothing else and left, having done what was instructed of her. You rolled out of bed, stretching your arms up high and yawning. Time to get ready. Let's do a stretch. It's a good reminder to stretch. I've been sitting all day. No, it's pretty weird, at least for me. Yeah. Okay, I'm the only one. You set yourself in front of the mirror in the far corner of your room. Your reflection hardly even fit in the frame. You're very tall. Your reflection went over the whole length of the mirror. You're pretty tall. Your reflection fit comfortably in the frame. Your average height. There's a lot of open real estate in the frame. You're pretty short. You had trouble getting your reflection to appear in the mounted mirror frame. You're very short. We are, of course, so fucking tall. We are so tall. You could relate to Kobe in how it felt being unusually big. He was one of the rare fellow 13-year-olds whose height was a match for your own. You weren't sure how to feel about it. Things kept changing with the height you actually had, and what the impression of that height was based on your age. It was confusing. I don't care. Let's go see Cove, please. Then he put the finishing touches on your outfit while ruminating on the situation. Ruminating. You know, every time I read these light novel things, some English words are like, they're words I've never seen before. And I don't know how to feel about it. Is like I'm dumb and I have a narrow vocabulary, or is it actually just an unusual word? But I guess it's good. It's good for my English. Careless as they had been, Elizabeth's words piqued your curiosity. You planned on going over to see what Ko was up to today, so this worked in your favor. How are the sounds, by the way? Is my voice okay? Is the game too low? It was when you spotted your reflection that you realized you were smiling wide. You were looking forward to seeing him. Yeah, and I would feel instantly dumb. You left your room, taking an easy time down the stairs. I would just feel dumb if I caught myself grinning. Step 2, second chance. What do you mean second chance? We had our chance and we nailed it. I think we nailed it with Cove already in the first step. I don't know what the game's trying to imply. You spotted Mom first, reclining on the couch. She held a magazine in her hands, but she was pursuing through. Morning, Mom. She looked up at you, greeting. A smile instantly appearing on her face.
Thanks.
Oh, the messy bun fits her. I think I like messy bun better for her, but I don't like her smiling eyes. Her eyes are way too smiley. Like, I don't know, I feel like she's having cramps on the long run in her like eye muscles or something like that. When she has that, it's just uncanny. It's uncanny. It's like behind that face there needs to be something wrong, and that is very sad because I'd like to like, why is her neck so tall, or is that me? Well, that is true. She has a. It's like her head and neck proportion are a bit exaggerated, or at least the neck. That is true. Good morning, Jamie. Thank you for coming down. Okay, this is much better smile. Now it seems a little like her eyes aren't like huge. It's a little bit more natural. Must at the door with Cove. He can't stay over today, unfortunately. Why don't you go and thank him before he leaves? You nodded and made your way to the front of the house. Just as she said, Ma was there, making conversation. She must have heard you because she looked over her shoulder.
Oh?
Oh? Ma, don't make sounds like that. Look who finally made it. Morning, sleepyhead. Yeah, I think she still scares me. Yeah. Ma reached forward and you knew she was about to pat on your head. She was taller than average for an adult woman, so it was still little in her eyes, despite being big for your own age. Just how big is Mom then? Like, how tall is tall for a middle schooler? She looks like she's about to kill someone. Oh my. Maybe this game is actually a psychological horror game. I mean, with my record, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if this was secretly a horror game with like PG-18 warning or something like that, you know, like something very gorish. You happily let her do it. You tilted your body aside to dodge. You pushed her hand back and laughed. You pushed her hand back and groaned. I'll just happily let her do it. I like this, Mom. The type of small affectionate exchange was nice. She placed the whole of her hand on top of your head for a second before lifting it back up. You're the last one down today, you know that? Life isn't a race. Morning. I was going to stay in longer, so you're welcome. Sorry about the wait. What did we get? I'm just gonna be honest and say I was going to stay longer. Ma still looks pretty though. Yeah, I would still woo her if she was single. Moving on, yes, thank you for gracing us all with your presence this fine day. With a small laugh, Ma stepped aside. Ko was just as you remembered, exactly how you came to know him to be. Oh my. Okay, I wasn't expecting this. Why is he so nervous looking? He looks very nervous. I was expecting something completely different, guys. I'm gonna be honest, I thought he would be more confident. I thought he would grow into like this confidence boost, but look at him. Look at him being like that. I don't know. He's not confident at all. I'm kind of disappointed. Maybe we should have like changed his personality when we still had the chance. But at the same time, I wanted to see like what my decisions would make him to become. So I guess I didn't play great. He reminds me of Basil from Omori. Oh, that is so true. He does just add a little crown of like flowers. That is true. Damn, he's still the same glasses. Yeah, he doesn't change the style. Goes with the same style. That is true. He has. Doesn't Basil have like also like a greenish hair or something like that? I think he does. Oh, he was my favorite character in Omori. He leaned uncomfortably to the side in your doorway, as the longer strands of his hair idly drifted with the breeze. Oh! His features were pinched in embarrassment and he shifted from one foot to another. He was holding what must be the much talked about gift. What is that? Is that like... At first glance you figured it must be a bouquet of flowers. Then you gave it a real look. No, instead it was carefully cut through it. Holy shit, right. Some people do that. It made a lot of sense that it was actually from Cope's dad. You had to suppress a laugh at this showing. You couldn't imagine many folks buying that sort of thing for their own personal enjoyment. A lot of hearts. I love fruit, and I would love to learn how to cut fruit pretty. But I don't have the patience. But maybe I should learn it. If I learn it, I'll take a picture and share it with you guys. I know there's like some like I've seen some videos like making a swan or something out of an apple, and it seems simple enough. It actually seems like technically simple enough. On shrimp. It seemed no matter how long he lived here, Mr. Holden would keep going out of his way to be neighborly. And Cope would always be roped into participating. Cope sighed in relief at the sight of you. He must have been braving some embarrassment to get this far, and that had clearly been what he was waiting for. Hey Jamie. Oh my, look at that. Look at that. This whole situation just like screams a crush. He broke eye contact then, staring down at the ground instead. Your heartbeat sped up. Being near him. You smiled back fondly. He always had this kind of effect on you. You couldn't help think, ever since the two of you were kids. Oh, yes, I knew it. It's good to go like from beginning on, just strongly for the romance, so we get all the best romance. This is a little too intense even. There was something about him that was just special, in some strange and indescribable way. Hi, it's nice to meet you. Yeah. See you. Yeah, I mean, it's nice seeing you too. Not that it's nice for you to see me. What does that mean? The both of you had a bit of laugh, though your gazes still didn't meet again. I bet like a mom and a ma, like the mothers, I bet they're just like laughing at these kids at this point. Like they hear this whole conversation and they're just like giggling a little bit, like, oh, those two little gays. Endearing. It was already shaping up to be another long summer. The best part was that the two of you had plenty of time to enjoy each other's company and relish what you had together. This though, okay, Shiloh is gone. Shiloh is gone, so he's not gonna be there third wheeling, right? He's not gonna be annoying, right? Because he's not here. And Elizabeth is like, she's grown up enough, and she has like, I think the game mentioned that she stopped hanging out with us and at the hood. Like she went away. She's not around, so I think we could actually have a whole summer without like disturbances, just the two of us. This is what I came for, okay? I came for one-on-one conversations, not some group situations. So I'm really happy. I have higher hopes now. His openness over the task started to creep back in, so Cove nudged the gift closer to you. He was ready to be relieved of it. Your hands brushed over his, just lightly when he took hold of the base. He flinched enough for you to know with certainty that he noticed it happen. You couldn't help but smile to yourself. And with that, the gift was accepted. I hope you and your family like this. It's a pretty good gift. I think so anyway. He smiled earnestly. Dad spent a lot of time picking out the best size and design. There were so many options to choose from. Ooh, should we go strong? Oh yes, we should go strong. We should go so strong. You're too cute sometimes. I'm not trying to pee. Just thank my dad for all this, okay? Okay, this makes me happy. Haha, alright. Mr. Holden's behavior really was different from any neighbor you'd ever had. Though, after 5 years you were used to his antics, and you'd since make up your mind on what your opinion was. You didn't like him? No! He was great and kinda handsome to boot. Oh yeah, he is. But there were some things people didn't like about Mr. Holden. You didn't mind them and liked him quite a bit. Duke is going. Guys, actually, there's like this one manga I've been like following for, I don't know, when did it start? 2011? Let me actually see when it began. Sekai Ichi Hatsukoi. It's a manga that's been like in production since 2011. No, that was when it was adapted into anime television series. 2006. Imagine this. The manga series Sekai Ichi Hatsukoi has been going on since 2006. So that is like 18 years. And this year they finally published the chapter where they get together. Imagine that. That is some serious slow romance shit, okay? Like taking it slow. Like 18 years? Bruh. 18 years, I need to take my hoodie off. I'm way too hot. This game is making me all hot and bothered. But like, think about it. It's been running since 2006. I've been following it. Yeah, that's my lifespan. I know, right? It's been 18 fucking years and they finally got together. Like, think about that. Just put that into like, think about it. Like, I know it takes a long time. I know it takes a long time to draw. It's like that many years, and they finally got together this year, and I've been like waiting for it. Oh, it's been a frustrating thing. Like, the thing is, like, the only way I was able to handle the situation was I tried to forget about Sekai Ichi Hatsukoi, and then I remember it every 2 years, and then I go check the few chapters that have been released, like 3. And they all end like this many days until Onoderaritsu falls completely in love, and it's always like 28, 26, and then you're like, come on, just fucking come on. Yeah, it's, oh, but they finally did it. They finally did it. Anyway, your thoughts were quickly interrupted by a shout. There you are. You shared a confused look with Cove, as both of you stepped through the open door onto the neighborhood street. It didn't take... Okay, Cove, I know you're a teenager, and I know you are hot, maybe in the future. Like, you know, from the perspective of Jamie. No, I'm gonna save myself. Yes, Jamie, you know, you wanna lure Jamie in, right? You wanna learn the main character in. But please button up your shirt. You're still middle schooler. You're still in middle school. Button up your shirt. Just do it. Or wear a shirt underneath or something like that. Just no. But I guess middle schoolers go through these kind of phases with their clothing. Just no. Just button it up. Button it up, please. It didn't take long to locate the source of the noise. You spotted Derek? Derek? Just a few yards down the road, he ran up to... Oh, it's the Derek who doesn't even go to our school. No. No. We got rid of Shiloh. We got rid of Elizabeth. And now we have a Derek. We have a Derek. You were displeased at the sight of him. He must want to hang out today. That was not how you hoped to start your summer. I ain't sparing a thought for Derek. No, look at that. No. After stopping a couple steps away, Derek hunched over to catch his breath. No. Then he looked up with a wide grin. Don't look at us with a wide... Hey, guy and pal. No. 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 I was just at your house, Curve, but no one was there. Shh. Oh, Derek went for Curve? Don't tell me he's our love rival. Should have figured you'd be at Jamie's place. Do you ever spend time in your own home, or are you always just there? No, Derek. Actually, yes, Derek. Cove is always at my place because Cove is mine. And in the future, we're gonna have a beautiful love life. And you have no place in it. There's no space for you, so fuck off. You don't even go to our school, I think. Derek laughed at his own joke. He either didn't notice that it embarrassed Cove, or the embarrassment was what he actually had, what he was actually laughing at. Derek turned to you. He was going to say more when his eyes widened and he gasped. Hydrate, guys. I don't have anything to hydrate with right now because I have been drinking too much today. Non-alcoholic beverages, but you know, I've been drinking too much today, so I'll be having a little break from hydration. You know, if you hydrate too much, it might, like, I've understood it messes up with your electrolytes and in salt and stuff like that in your body or something like that. So it's better not to overdo it. What's that? You followed his gaze, unsure. Then you realized what he meant. You were still holding Mr. Holden's gift. This? It's kind of like a bouquet of flowers, but made of fruit.
Nice.
Can I have some? No. It's... Is Cove gonna see us as like some kind of... Sun is burning me up, I'm going home. That sounds like a good idea. Does Cove like look down on us if we are not gonna share? I don't want to share it with Derek. I don't like Derek at all. It's a gift for my family. I can't give it to you. Can we be a little childish, or is Cove gonna look down on us? Yeah, it's better not to overdo a lot of stuff, you know, it's good for you, yeah. Is Cove gonna be disappointed? But I feel kind of bratty about it. Derek pouted at your words, not hiding his disappointments. I'll be listening to your stream while walking home. It's a good thing this game is not a visual game in the sense that, you know, it's just pictures. So most of the things will be delivered by the voice. You can listen to me stutter in my English reading. Oh, okay. Then he nodded his head as if to clear it. Good, Derek. Forget about the fruit. It's for us. Anyway, that's right. I came here because I needed to say something big. He paused, possibly for effect, which has no effect because we don't care about what Derek wants to say. There's some other kid here in Sunset. Bad. Well, that's fantastic, Derek. You can spend your time with that kid and leave us alone. I was as surprised as you were by the news. Such a reaction made sense. No one around your age had moved since Cove did 5 years ago. Were they with their family? Maybe they were cutting through. Nuh-uh, the new kid was all by himself, just walking. Did you talk to him?
Nope.
I came to report the sighting right away. What is wrong with you, Derek? The kid had green hair, glasses, was pretty small, and seemed really upset about something. I hope he didn't leave. A green hair, glasses, and was pretty small. Is that like Cove's cousin? You blinked. Slowly you looked over to your longtime neighbor. That sounds a lot like you, Cove. When you first got here anyway. It kinda does, doesn't it? That's weird. Oh, Cove has a very cute smile right now. It's like a warm smile. He sounded almost fond, a small smile playing on his lips. Maybe he's thinking of the fond memories when we first got to be friends. The childhood crush memories. Derek snickered good-naturedly. I can see that really well, now that you say so. Don't tell me it's like Cove's cousin, really. Or does Cove have like some unknown half-sibling? What do you say? Let's go find Cove's lookalike. We should all meet. Don't tell me it's gonna be traumatizing, like Cove's mom got a child and didn't tell Cove and it looks like Cove and now she's here like, hey Cove, it's been 5 years, we haven't talked but I got a kid. Or something. I don't know, I just want to have a happy summer with Cove, with no drama or Derek. Hello Bunny. I no idea what's going on. Green hair guy is hot. But we cannot say that yet because he's in middle school, okay? We cannot say that yet. He's trying to deceive us with having the buttons open. I think he should put them up for modesty's sake. Derek grinned, then he pointed down the street, the way he came. Last I saw him, the Mr. Visitor was going this direction. Nothing else needed to be said. The three of you were off, with Derek leading the way. Derek brought you to the beach, and as a trio, you made your way down to the shore, to the old the playground. You walked the familiar path in a comfortable silence. Yes, we don't have to listen to... Every time you don't have to listen to Derek, it's peaceful silence that you enjoy. As long as I don't have to listen to Derek, I'm happy. When you were almost there, you spotted the kid in question. His bright colors almost shone like a beacon beneath the rays of the sun. He scuffled around, kicking up the sand as he paced. It was true, he certainly seemed upset. But you didn't think he was sad, like you had originally pictured. No, with his erratic movements and scrunched up expression, he came off angry. Oh, I wonder if like in the DLCs you get to romance like Derek. And maybe Shiloh. And like all these kids that appear. I wonder. You started to have doubts about this expedition. Maybe it'd be better if you left him alone and let him sort himself out. Derek didn't feel the same. Of course Derek didn't feel the same because he has no social reading skills. He doesn't see that me, us, and Cove have something special and we don't need Derek in there. He waved widely, calling out to the boy. Hey guy, over here. The kid whipped around, an impressive scowl craving deep onto his face. His eyes were tired, but a strong hostile energy still radiated from him. No, that does not look like Cove at all. That does not look like Cove at all. Cove was a cute child, but this child looks like a mushroom. An angry mushroom. An unfriendly, angry mushroom. What? What is it? What do you want? The sharp tone made Derek flinch. He shifted on his feet. What's your name? Jeremy. Was that it?
No.
I'm Derek. That's Jamie and Cove. We were just walking around and saw you. We wanted to say hi. There aren't a lot of kids our age in the neighborhood. Yeah, so, you know, it's cool to see someone else here. Strangely, Jeremy grew furious by your response. If steam could erupt from a person's ears, it would have happened then. I don't know, if someone's really, really pissed off, just leave them alone, maybe. They did bring me somewhere stupid. Of course, I knew it. What?
My parents.
Okay, the kid has a very deep voice. I did not expect that. That was a very deep voice for Jeremy. They're the ones who brought me. I didn't walk this town. Can you not figure that out on your own? Actually, this reminds me, oh my gosh, this takes me back to when we graduated from elementary school, right? And I went to different middle school as my elementary school friends or classmates. And I remember it was like in 7th grade. It had been like 1 year, and I went to the local library, and I heard like these deep growling voices, right? And I peeked through the library like shelves, and I saw like these little kids talking like old teenager voices, and it was really surreal feeling because I recognized them to be my classmates. Like they looked the same. They were still like small kids, like with child faces and stuff, but their voices just dropped. Like their bodies didn't, like their faces and other didn't follow their voices. Like their voice dropped first, and I think that's like that's so hilarious. That's so hilarious.
Right.
My dad brings me to Sunset Bird too when he has to come for work and all that stuff. It's not bad. You earned him a glare from Jeremy. That earned him a glare from Jeremy. Derek winced beneath it, glancing away. It was a struggle to remain friendly with this Jeremy guy. Bruh, it was kind of the same with me, but not the voices. They grew super tall instead. I gotta say, like, like, and we're like, let's play fruity. They were huge. Oh no. I was always like the tallest in my class. And I think it took like until later years in middle school when I wasn't like at the tallest end anymore. But the voices dropped really fast for many people. Yeah, I felt so bad for all those like late bloomers, like when their friends had their voices drop and they were like starting to actually like have puberty. There would always be the kind of that one or few guys who still went to like high school, but they were like looking like little kids. Like it would take really long for them to, like, I don't know, go through the changes. Yeah, I went through puberty very, very early, and actually looked much older than maybe some people of my age. So people would always like estimate my age up. Derek winced beneath it, glancing away. It was a struggle to remain friendly with this Jeremy guy. This Jeremy guy. I mean, I wouldn't want to come here for a real vacation, probably either. That's an understatement. This doesn't count as a vacation. It's a waste of time, a chore. Is our beautiful summer I was wishing to spend together alone with Curve, is it gonna be spoiled by this mushroom Jeremy? Early growth, then never again low. Yeah. My parents' family is nearby and we just had to come see them. If they're a parents' family, doesn't that make them your family too? Unshrimp.
I guess.
I guess. That's a pretty good reason to come by. Did you want to go somewhere else? No. Jeremy crossed his arms with a huff. He turned away. They should have gone by themselves, since they cared so much and left me home. But I'm not allowed to be by myself. I hate Jeremy lol. Yeah. It makes no sense. They're the ones who don't know how to do anything. And I'm the kid. You kept quiet. You shouldn't talk about your parents like that. I'm not gonna pick this answer. I'm never gonna pick this answer because I know that, you know, sometimes there's issues with parents. I think the excuse of shouldn't talk about parents like that is like, I don't know, that is a shit response to anything. Sorry, it must suck being forced to do something you don't want. We just said hello, you don't have to keep complaining at us. Calm down, you don't have to yell so much. Who peed in your cereal this morning? You wanna go in number 6? I'm gonna take base that you can take. No, but seriously. Seriously. I don't know. Maybe just Should I go with number 6? I don't know, that sounds unconstructive. I'm gonna be an adult about this. We are so much adults with Cove that Cove is not even buttoning up his shirts anymore. He's so mature. Do you guys really want me to go with 6? Times 3, I guess 1. Alright. Who peed in your cereal this morning? But this is you guys, this is not me, this is you. Okay, this is yours, your response. Jeremy's lip curled as his face contorted from anger to horror. Cove is surprised by our answer.
That's disgusting.
You're disgusting.
Sheesh.
It's just an expression. Damn, Derek actually went with sheesh. Derek actually had a voice line sheesh. He took a deep breath. You thought for one hopeful second that maybe he was calming himself down. He was not. So what? You're putting it in people's heads. I don't want to have to think about it, and someone brainless might decide it's a good idea and actually do it. No, Jeremy. No. No. I mean, some people do it, but they don't do it just because they hear an idiom. That's not that. There's some real stupids out in the world, you know. You're all living proof of that. Okay. Rude. Cove is like closing his eyes, breathing in, trying to calm himself down. Hey, we're not stupid. Should we go with I'm smarter than you are, or shut up, or stop it? I think I'm gonna go with stop it. You first. This is. I thought we were in middle school. I thought we were more adult than this. I mean, Cove already stopped buttoning up his shirt. You turned to Cove, lowering your voice. You two, the two of you aren't that similar after all. Yeah, I think it is. It would be just rude to make any kind of comparisons between these two. Their hair color isn't even the same. Like, Cove is closer to turquoise. Jeremy must have had a good hearing though, because he caught the private exchange and scoffed.
Stupid.
Oh, of course we're not similar. My eyebrows aren't stupid. You are insulting my future boyfriend's eyebrows? I'm the only one who can make fun of them, and I never do that because we are not in that stage yet. It would be an insult to Cove. Yeah, it would be like the biggest insult he has heard in a year. Cove's cheeks flushed crimson at the insult. See? You couldn't be sure if it was out of embarrassment or anger, maybe both. Our future boyfie. Come on. No, Cove's baby eyebrows are so cool. How can you say that when you're when you've got a bowl cut? How can you say that when you've got a bowl cut? Don't listen to him, they're really unique and special. Well, they are kind of silly. Apologize to Cove right now. You can't treat people like that. I'm gonna go with the last one. We're gonna start third one. I mean, are we gonna stoop as low as Jeremy though? Are we actually gonna be as lowly as Jeremy? To maybe his mom cut it for him, and that's like maybe 3. No, we should be adult about it. We need to be adults. Like, you can't treat people like that. You know, fuck off, guys. Yeah, it's embarrassing and awful, but my parents made me. I won't have it when I'm older. I don't know if it's constructive to keep on insulting about things people have no effect on. I don't know what he's gonna do with those things, except maybe shave them off. He probably should. I bet he'd look less dumb with no eyebrows. But they're not adults yet, so they can be immature, I guess, Lemar. That is a good point. That is a good point. Is this how you guys were when you were in middle school? I was actually watching like old videos of me from my like outer like memory card just last night, and I'm just like, oh my god, it was like the most depressing shit ever. I couldn't watch for too long. It was like, oh, man. Man. Okay. Anyways, that is insulting. You just rolled your eyes. You crossed your arms over your chest. Early HS was brutal. HS? Early high school? High school. I think I went through the typical high school era already, like in late middle school, and then high school was just me being isolated and just like, I don't know. I didn't really have the typical high school experience. You shook your head, you patted Cove on the shoulder, you lunged towards Jeremy, you grinned at all of them. Are we gonna pat Cove on the shoulder, or are we gonna lunge towards Jeremy? We don't have middle school in Australia, just primary and high. Wait, AUS is not Australia, is it Austria? Wait, what is AUS? And at first I thought it was anus, but I quickly realized it's on purpose only AUS. Australia. Okay, Australia. That's wild. This is the first time I've seen your surprised face now. Okay, anyways, are we gonna choose violins or comforting our boyfie? Which one are we gonna do? Or are we just gonna shake our head? I don't like just shaking my head. I'm gonna either pat the Cove or lunge towards Jeremy. How immature are we gonna be? How immature are we gonna be? Comfort for future husband. Okay, we're gonna be mature about this. Okay, at least we can agree on that. Cove gave you a watery look. Oh no! And actually, oh my god, look at that little sad face. A watery look. In exchange for the silent support. Trying to talk to the rude boy clearly wasn't going to go anywhere. A watery look! No! Cove, don't pay mind to a mushroom. Okay, it's just a mushroom. A poisonous, ill-intended, nasty mushroom. You don't have to think about it. It's half rotten already. Wow, what is wrong with you? Instead of taking offense, Jeremy only parroted Derek's words in a nasally voice.
Wow, what is wrong with you?
Wow. Greenbelland. This is dumb. Jeremy stuck out his tongue and skulked away, throwing more sand everywhere as he went. You watched him go hunched over until he became a speck in your vision. I hope we can just ignore him. I bet he has like a great tragic background story and he's actually a nice guy. But I don't care because I don't want to waste my time on mushrooms today. I don't care about green poisonous mushrooms. I care only about Boyfie. We just need to get rid of Derek first. Silence reigned in his wake. The three of you tried to process what just happened. I can't believe it. What a mean kid. Derek wasn't kidding. And by the sound of those earlier complaints, the new boy Jeremy was going to be in the area for at least a little while this summer. We can just ignore him though. We just don't go to his way, you know? Derek signed in dismay, plopping onto the ground. You followed and Cove did too shortly after. There wasn't much else to do.
This sucks.
I was hoping we could meet someone fun. Hang out, maybe. He shook his head. After a moment, he slowly turned to you with a hopeful expression. But, you know what would really improve the day? What? He didn't respond. Instead, he used a hand to point right at the fruit arrangement that you were still holding. No! It's mine! Cove gave it to me. Cove's hot dad gave it to me. I don't want to share. You'd completely forgotten about it during the mini-drama that unfolded. You had gotten used to the weight. Glancing over the Cove, you noticed he was eyeing the fruit. He must want some too. Okay, if Cove agrees, we can share. Now why not let's eat? Okay, look at Cove. Look at that satisfied smile on his face. Derek perked up immediately at your words. He reached out for a skewer, hesitating slightly once he was inches away.
Are you sure?
You nodded. With an eager grin, he plucked up a prime row of fruits. Cove grabbed one for himself after him. Only you were without a skewer of your own. How tragic. You took a pineapple skewer, you took a grape skewer, you took a strawberry skewer, you took a melon. Ooh, I don't like pineapple as much. It's a little too sour. It has a nice sweet taste, but it's a little too sour sometimes. And sometimes it has like those like a little hard like pieces in it, like these like things, and it's not nice. Mellow? I like grape, strawberries, and melon. Melon is great though, especially if it's like, I don't know what they call it in English, like grapes? Oh, do you remember the duck song? How did it go again? It was something like the duck walked down to the melon. Wait, what was it? Oh, the duck walked down to the lemonade stand, and he said to the man running the stand, got any grapes? The man said, no, we just sell lemonade, and it's fresh and it's good and it's all homemade. Would you give it a try? No thank you, or something like that. And he waddled away, waddle, 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 and he waddled away, waddle, 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 till the very next day, bam, 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 ba-da-dam. The duck walked down to the lemonade stand, and he said to the man running the stand, bam, 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 got any grapes? I remember the song. Okay, let's go with grapes, just for the song. I like, when it comes to melons, Finland, because it's imported, red lemons, like green lemons outside, red on the inside, they're usually watery and tasteless. It's like, I know how it could taste like, but it tastes bad and bland here. So I always go, when we are in Finland, I either go for Calliope, or whatever you call it, like orange from the inside, or honey lemon. Not honey lemon, honey melon, or whatever you call it. It's like a yellow one from the outside. Karaoke stream, yeah. He temporarily turned into a child. No, but it's a happy song. I remember singing it with my friends one summer a lot. In Japan though, they were like, they locally they grow the green melons with red inside. Those were actually very tasty, and I ate them quite a lot. In the local supermarket, there were like ones that were usually from Tottori prefecture. And so that's nice because I've been to Tottori, so it was like, yeah, I've been there. There were 4 juicy grapes on a single skewer. It was the obvious first choice. Derek ate a pineapple skewer, enthusiastically finishing it within moments. This is amazing! It's not different than any other normal fruit. It's kind of weird. Oh, come on, Cove. These have been out in the open with their skins off for a while. That is true, Cove. But you don't state the obvious, because that downgrades the mood. Also, this was very expensive, I bet. So imagine your hot, poor dad spent so much money on this, and now you're like downplaying the experience. Do you guys think that food tastes different if it's been cut differently? Like, for example, do you think potatoes, if you eat them just whole, like, you know, you boil them as a potato, like a big potato, boil it and then eat it, does that, in your opinion, taste different to, for example, potato that's been cut before boiling? Do you think it's a different taste? I don't think it is, but some people have like opinions like this. I mean, I guess there could be slight differences, like for example, like how it like boils, like how it, like, I don't know. Maybe that, I don't know. Yeah, not really, yeah. I just know like some people are very particular about these things. What matters is what you add to it, yeah, yeah. Like butter, etc., yeah. That is true. It's not different than any other normal food. Yeah, blah blah blah. Sheesh. Hey, you two remember the land before time? That fruit thing makes me think of it. The dinosaurs all like the leaves that were shaped like stars. The land before, is that the sad dinosaur movie? 3 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, chopping leaves looked so delicious when they did it. Wait, is this the sad dinosaur movie? Is this the one where the mom dies or something like that? And the world comes to an end or something, I don't know. I don't remember, it's been so long since I watched it, but it was like this long-necked dinosaur. Man, that was so long ago. Hydration, guys. If you have something to drink, drink it. I'm still not drinking yet. And there was that scene with the pretty trees, and all the dinosaurs came in and picked everything off them till there was nothing. That's us right now. Awesome. I don't remember the movie well enough. That movie is for kids. Eating leaves looks good. Should I worry about you? Do you think things taste better when they're shaped like stars? I'll go with the I love that movie. I don't actually know if I love that movie, but I have like memories of it. Me too. I remember that movie. Did you like it? Did you cry when you were watching it? Or was it actually a happy movie? I don't know. I have some I have an understanding that it was a sad movie. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Land Before Time, yeah. Let me actually Google it right now. If I'm able to. No, the game doesn't allow me to. Oh no, it allows me to click off. Land Before Time. Yeah. Yeah, exactly this movie. Maybe I should watch it again. I remember I kinda liked it. But I didn't like it enough to remember it well, or watch it multiple times. The 3 of you continued like this for the next few minutes. Eventually the display was boring. It looked weird when devoid of fruit. It did help make you feel better. Let's go with that. Derek was right. It was so good you were almost brightening up from the earlier drama. Hey Jamie. Yeah? The 2 of you are The 2 of you met Ice casually? Movie stream? Should I? I don't know. Like watch-alongs with like without the movie on the screen are kind of lame, maybe? Are they? I don't know. But then again, I don't know. I don't think it's legal for me to also stream the movie, so it's like it has to be a watch-along. I mean, I don't mind it, but you know, it might be a little lame when you can't see. You have to like put it at the same time, and then it doesn't like quite match. One thing I like to watch, like lately I've been watching more, is like movie commentaries where people watch a movie and then like comment over it and make an edit out of it. Like one of the people I've been watching lately is what is his name? Like Dylan is in Trouble or something like that. I watched one of his videos and then I watched 10. But that's a nice way of like watching multiple movies within the time of one movie. And also not having to be alone with your opinions. Anyway, Our eyes met casually. That is big. That was pretty cool. What you said back at the guy. Okay. I guess Cove is thinking highly of us. Cove is thinking highly of us. Oh, thanks. I was just saying what I thought. Dex chimed in while in high spirits. You totally owned him. I don't know what his parents say, but it's good at least somebody is around to tell him what's what. Yeah. Derek then leaned back on his arms. He contemplated the sky with a condensate. It was so cool when I said like, who pissed in your cereal? That is such a cool line. I gotta say, that is like, that's the coolest line ever. Oh, Link? Do you mean like... What do you mean? What is that to Link? What Link? What Link? So, are you both ready for summer break? Yes. Cool on you. Wish I could say the same. It feels like there's a lot to plan for. And what about you, Carve? Are you ready? I think that depends. Before you could say anything else, the light atmosphere was shattered. Who is it? It's the party pooper. It's Elizabeth. The worst character, not the worst character. The commentary. Oh, but you wanted a link to him. Oh, Dylan is in trouble. Let me look up his channel. I think that does the trick. This is the channel I've been watching lately. Hey, Jamie! Yeah, it's also nice, like, it's not only it's not only Dylan commenting, right? Because there's the whole comment section too, and his channel is big enough that there is actually commentary on there, so you can watch and you can think, and then you can, like, read the comments too and replies to comments, and I like that kind of movie experience. Hey, Jamie! You glanced over your shoulder to see your sister. She strode closer and closer, appearing none too pleased. I've been looking all over for you. Mustn't you and Cove ran off with the thing Mr. Holden brought for us? She leered over with arms folded. So, where is it? Well, it's gone. What do you mean, gone? You moved over to the side. Face her completely. She zeroed in on the bouquet in your hands, which was now populated exclusively with skewers dripping in juice and tiny flecks of leftover fruit pieces. Her mouth dropped open and the tone of her voice rose. What? Seriously, James? What were you thinking? It was supposed to be for all of us at home. I'm sorry for mothers. I'm not sorry for Elizabeth. She is always ruining the mood, and she was really, really rude towards Cove in the past, and probably still is. So I don't care about her feelings. She glanced over at Cove, who sat beside you, and continued mockingly. Even if you are the most important person in the household to the delivery boy, this was up to his dad. It seemed everybody was in the mood to tease you and Cove today. Cove's cheeks became a couple shades redder, but he didn't deny the accusation. Couldn't. Everyone knew the two of you gave each other special priority. Of course we do. We are future husbands. It wasn't us. A seagull came down and ate it all when we weren't looking. We were hungry? ? Well, the morning's been kind of a disaster. Get over it. Sorry, Elizabeth. I'm gonna go with we were hungry ? Elizabeth narrowed her eyes. Not at all okay with that kind of response. Oh no. I think I hear the mean kid coming back. We better get out of here. When is it just gonna be Cove and Jamie? Right, I know. How long have I been streaming? Like an hour, and we're still not alone. Elizabeth blinked, confused, and looked around.
What?
What kid? I don't see anyone. Derek didn't bother explaining. He just launched to his feet and ran off. Cove hopped up too, gladly taking the opportunity to exit the situation. He followed after Derek, but he sent a look to you from over his shoulder. At least he did that, but I think he could have been a gentleman and walked us home. He could have at least done that, you know. The bare minimum, not to leave us alone with the sister. We turned to watch Elizabeth. She stepped back, brow raised. If she weren't... I mean, I don't know what she's like towards her friends. No, she's pretty annoying. And she dreams about like mansions and like pools inside of her home and golf. Those are all off-putting things to me. Like golf, she wants to be a professional golf person, on top of which she's like extremely rude. Yeah, no. I was just saying like, I like her facial features, but no. No, she's rude. She's just rude. You ran. Without a word, you got to your feet and bolted down the beach. Unimpressed, Elizabeth rolled her eyes.
So immature.
Golf is for bald people. Oh, come on. We're not that mean. But it's just like, I don't know. And old people. But did you know that golf is an actual Olympic sport? I think that is wrong. I think golf being a sport in Olympics is wrong. Like, sure, go spend your evening with golf. That's boring to me. But why to make it an Olympic sport? It doesn't require any muscles. It doesn't require any muscles. I'm being hyperbolic, but I agree. She shook her head as she walked towards the house, not bothering whatsoever to follow. Meanwhile, the three of you made it back to the shore. What? We just left. What is this transit? What? We were going home. I thought the day was concluded. Why are we back to the shoreline? Derek pumped his fist, grinning in triumph. We escaped and shall live to see another day. Why are you back? This is so weird. But I guess kids are like that. I just thought we were going back home. My moms are gonna be so mad when Elizabeth tells this story. Victory? Yeah, for now at least. Or exactly, we should keep moving. I'm gonna go with the upper one. We should always keep on moving ahead. Also, the music is really annoying. It's way too loud for me. Maybe it's not loud for you though. I'll just put my own headphones down. In case Elizabeth decides to come back after all, or that me kid really is still around. We chuckled together, walking further down the beach, side by side. We definitely wanted to stay outside a little while longer. See, this doesn't make sense. That didn't make any sense. We could have just skipped that whole weird thing where we go back to the shoreline, because we're anyway skipping to the evening. We are anyway skipping to the evening. This doesn't make any sense, guys. This doesn't make any sense. They could we could have just ended it where they left the beach the first time. You had gotten a bit of a scolding from your moms for not saving any of Mr. Holden's gift for Elizabeth, but you didn't get any real punishment for it. Of course I didn't. It's from the future boyfie. They know we are gay. They know what's up. I already skipped. I know nothing that's going on. Is this whole game new for you? Basically, it's like a dating simulator, and this is like the base game, which is free, so you can only romance Cove. And the game is structured so that you have like 4 parts or 4 chapters. First one being childhood, second one being middle school, third one being like adolescence, and then the fourth one being adults. Every chapter is like a summer, so it's like childhood summer, middle school summer, adolescence summer, and adult summer. And throughout those like summers, you develop like the relationship with Cove, or if you buy DLCs with some other characters, and you can romance them or you can not romance them, you can just be friends. And apparently the decisions you make, because it's like multiple choice, they affect how Cove grows, how your relationship develops and what kind of personality Cove has and stuff like that. Maybe this will also apply to the DLCs. I have not played them obviously, I only have the base game. What is cool too is like there's also like a voice pack. Apparently it's free, I thought it was behind paywall, with like names, so you can pick a character name that is voice acted to some scenes in the future. There have so far been no scenes with voice acting, including our name. In the very base game, there's only Jamie that has voice acted lines, but anyway. Oh, I thought it was just one main story and that you couldn't really change. No. It's like I guess it's multiple endings. Yeah, so basically, yeah, like for example, how Cove grows changes, but there is like between the chapters, there is like this chance to edit it, so you can affect in those moments. Like for example, you can decide how you feel towards Cove, so you can be like, am I comfortable, am I relaxed, or am I nervous, or for example, am I fond of him, am I having a crush on him, or do I feel just like neutral about him, etc, etc. So yeah, you can kind of see maybe different kind of reactions and stuff like that, apparently. Yeah. So we are playing through the middle school right now. Elizabeth is our sister, and she's really rude. She was mean to Cove in childhood. She's like 3 years older than the main character, and we have 2 moms, which is very cute. They're both quite hot. and Cove, in childhood, he moved to the neighborhood with his dad. His parents broke up. And his dad is also very hot, so I'm simping all the parents. And anyways, the 3 of them went to get dessert on their own. It was declared even by your parents when everyone got back, and the event was settled. That was a while ago now. Later that night, you found yourself seated near the kitchen counter. On the phone? With Cove? Your fingers drummed on the surface as you waited, your gaze trained on the phone. You were waiting on a call tonight, specifically. Oh, from your cousin Leandro. I was getting excited already. I was already getting so excited, but it's a cousin. I thought we could finally have a moment alone with Cove, just the 2 of us, but no. You didn't want to miss it accidentally. Your uncle, aunt and Lee used to live many hours away. Your families only saw each other a few times a year for big occasions. We in like early 2000s? I think it is, because like we are having like, for example, this kind of home phone. Yeah. I think we are in early 2000s. Yeah. Like for one indicator of that is also like there was like a beach episode where we went to buy like some stuff from the store from some like street vendor, and the main character is like, oh no, this plushie keychain is $6, that is so expensive, oh my god, which is expensive especially for a kid. But they later went to eat like some dessert. It was like some like pretzels with cinnamon and sugar and stuff like that, and there was no comment on the price at all. Inflation has not really struck as badly, maybe. I don't know. Also, we are not having like mobile phones, so yeah. If this was set in like 2018, I think in middle school they would already have like smartphones or something like that. In a sense, yeah. A while back though, they'd moved and were closer to you than ever before. You now hung out regularly. No, we don't. I'm not gonna see my cousins during the summer. I don't wanna meet my cousins during the summer. I don't want anyone else but Cove. With school being out, you're positive she's gonna wanna come over a lot. The two of you were the same age and got along well. We don't get along well. I don't want to hang out with a cousin. Be huffing galaxy gas. What? She used to be really fond of Lizzie Elizabeth too. Oh, right, Lizzie is like the nickname of Elizabeth. She used to be really fond of Lizzie Elizabeth too. But now that your sister had become allergic to interacting with her own family, it tended to be just you and Lee who spent time together. No, we don't spend time together. I spend time together with Curve. She was your only friend who was a girl. Being family helped make you close, but you had a lot of girl friends. I'd say in middle school the amount of my girl friends dwindled. Like, I used to have some, and then I had crushes on most of them, and then I didn't make any friends with girls anymore. You weren't a girl yourself, so maybe that was why. Maybe that was why, you know. Maybe that was why. But you had plenty of other friends, but you didn't really have a lot of friends either. Okay, let's be realistic here. Let's be realistic here. We didn't have a lot of friends either. I'm pretty sure Ryuki just wants to only spend time with Cove, and so do I. You are right about that, buddy. I always said that quality was more important than quantity when Elizabeth bemoaned your small social circle. Well, Elizabeth is a douchebag anyway, we don't have to listen to her opinions. You weren't sure how friendship quality was judged, but nevertheless, you thought that what you had with Lee was good. Oh no! Oh no, don't tell me one of the DLCs is like a cousin route, where you can like romance your cousin. I don't think the game would do that. Then the shrill ringtone announced an incoming call. You jumped before grabbing the receiver and pressing it to your ear. From what I've understood, this game does not have any smut in it. I think this is gonna be a wholesome game, like a wholesome romance. Let's just say hello.
Hi!
Hi Jamie, it's Lee. I'm glad it's you. For a second there I thought it might be one of Elizabeth's friends. There was a static on the end, as if Lee was shifting wherever she was. So can you believe school's actually over? I thought it'd never be done. Moshi mosh. Moshi mosh. Now we don't have to do any of that boring stuff, and we get to hang out wherever we want. Speaking of hanging out, Lee, can you wait a second? Let me just head to my room.
Oh yeah.
You got up from your seat at the counter. Luckily the phone was wireless, so you didn't have to worry about cords tying you down. Your mom's had a rule about not moving the phone unless a call was in progress, which was why you'd been sat by the cradle waiting for Lee to call. I'm not interested in this stupid cousin thing. You thought that made sense. Yes, I'm a reasonable person. It was nice to keep everything in its proper place. But now that Lee had called, it was okay for you to go upstairs to your bedroom and talk to her. You made your way up the stairs smiling. After you had arrived, you shut the bedroom door firmly behind you. You took a seat. Oh shit, there's actually civilization outside the window. I actually thought it would be like one street and there would be like 7 neighbors, but there's actual city there. Maybe they actually do live in a city or like a town or something. Is cousin Alabama? I really want to check this, but my game doesn't allow me to kick off. Like click away from. Oh no, it actually. No. There we go. Okay, let me open Steam. I need to see. Don't tell me there's actually a cousin route to this game. I think the game is only gay though. I think the main character is only into guys. Let me see. Our life. I think that this game is like strictly gay. And the cousin is a girl. But you can create a character. You can create a main character with the she/her pronouns, so... Okay, there's Baxter story. There's Derek. Yeah, I knew it. So you can romance Derek. There's also step expansions, so more like hanging out time maybe. There's art book. And there's the voiced name expansion, which is free. Co-wedding story? Okay, so you cannot you cannot go with a cousin. Yeah, I guess that would be a little too weird. All right, I'm here. Hey, did you know the girl down the street from me, has her own phone now? A cell phone. She doesn't have to wait for someone else to stop using it or anything. Okay, yeah, we are definitely living like 2000s. Like maybe it's 2009 now. The thought of someone having a phone that was all their own seemed unbelievable to you. Right? I wish I had one too, but my parents said I couldn't get my own phone until I'm more grown up. I wish they'd changed their mind. We could call each other every single day and no one would be able to stop us. How great would that be? No, it would not be great because you would be calling when I have quality time with Curve. Too bad that's so far away. I know, I could probably get my own phone without them if I was that old. They all got Motorola Razrs? What is Motorola Razr? I've never heard of that. Motorola Razr. What is that? Motorola Razr. Oh, okay. I was like, what? But it's like the newest new. I see. 894 euros? Some Motorola Razr 50 is like 900 euros. And Motorola Razr 50 Ultra is like 1,200 euros. Holy shit. Okay. But what is this conversation contributing to? She sighed dramatically. I mean the old as fuck ones. Oh. I was like, what do you mean? Oh, that one. Oh, that one. Ah. We all had Nokia phones because, you know, Finland. I don't think anyone had Motorola phones. Yeah, Motorola Mobility. Nowadays, heard of Lenovo? Yeah, everyone in Finland had, of course, a Nokia phone. Anyways, squeezing the phone between your shoulder and your ear, you puffed up your pillows and made yourself more comfy. It was strange to think of a time when normal school would be over, and you'd have to choose whether or not to go to college. My mom had a razor and I broke it. Oh no. How did you break it? I remember my brother broke like maybe 6 phones once he had phones. It was like, I think one of the times was like, it was the classical that it was in the pocket of like some jeans and then it went to washing machine. Yeah, one time he dropped a phone to the sea. That also happened. A lot of the accidents related to water, I think. Yeah. But it's kind of impressive though, to break Nokia phone. Oh shit, I am frozen. Oh, are we at our limit here? We'll see about it. Let me just disappear for a while. I mean, we have been surviving for at least 1.5 hours without issues with the camera, so maybe it's just a one-time thing. Oh no, it's lagging a little bit. Okay, we try to go on. Let's at least get the base of like this chapter done, and then there will be the moments, and if the model like keeps on crashing, then we'll just do the moments in another stream. And I have the chat open. Okay, school is such a big part of your life right now. Studying didn't come easy to you, though you tried hard. You worked about as hard as most people and got pretty average results as well. You never tried much, but you still didn't do that bad. Let's go with that. That was pretty much me. It's not a self-import, but I'm not interested in the conversation, so I don't want to put too much effort into it. Coasting by had become routine for you. Teachers had warned you that you wouldn't be able to do that forever, but you figured it was enough for now. I don't know. What does this contribute to in the game? You're confident your grades would remain great. You hope to do just as well this year, but it wouldn't be a big deal if they dropped some. You had no plans on getting excellent scores this time around. Let's go with this one. I don't care. Grades weren't the most important thing, no matter how good or bad they ended up being. Got to go see ya. Thank you for being here for this long and saying hi to chat. I hope you have a good rest of the day. You tried to sound engaged, but your mind had decided to go back to school despite the season. Lynn knew you too well to be fooled. You sound spacey, what's up? Just thinking about school. Lee groaned. Are you thinking about how we don't have to think about... What? Are you thinking about how we don't have to think about it because it's summer? That's what I'm doing. Let's make a petition for more vacation time. Everyone in class would sign it. Maybe some of the teachers too. Though I guess school isn't all the way bad. You can do some good things there. You can just do more when school's out. I'm gonna say that there's nothing good about my school. It's the easiest way to hang out with people not in their neighborhood. I mean, that's true. Also hydrate if you have something to hydrate on. If I didn't go to school, I'd never meet anybody new. No one really comes here. Gym is pretty great though. No, it's not. That was all. That's pretty much everything that's cool about school. Okay, point taken. What is this conversation going to? I'm not interested. I know they're trying to introduce new characters here, but I'm not interested. We have to talk about this summer first, before we start plotting the rest of our lives. Okay, tell me. I'm gonna visit my cousins. You chuckled, of course. What's something you wanna do? The first thing that comes to your head. I spent time with Cove, but it's not part of this. So I'll spend time at the beach. That is the closest to becoming... this is like the closest to a synonym to spend time at Cove. Like, it has equally same meaning. I could have guessed that one. You leaned back in your bed, settling in as you continued chatting with your friend. Even though it hadn't been that long since you saw her, and you'd be seeing her soon, you found plenty to talk about. For one, the events of the day. You sat up straighter. I was with Curve and Derek today and met a new kid. Like, at your neighborhood? His parents are visiting family, so it sounds like he'll be around for a little while. I don't know how long. What was he like? Mean. He kept snapping when all we were trying to do was talk to him. He just kept being rude to everyone. But especially Curve. It was awful. I don't think I want to meet him. Our cousin looks a little bit like our mom. She looks a little bit like our mom, actually, now that I think about it. Like the eyes. Maybe. There's something similar to mom. You want the boy to stay away? Before even meeting him? That's an unexpected twist. What is this implying, Jamie? Your cousin was pretty popular with the boys who knew her. She seemed happy enough to have them around until they started to annoy her. Hey, who are you to talk? You keep practically all your attention to boys. Or maybe just one boy. I see how much you like Curve. We are so flustered. We're not able to say anything to that. Lee laughed at your silence, deeply amused. Even though she couldn't see, you shook your head at her, grinning to yourself. There was a stomping noise approaching your room, heralding the arrival of your irritated older sister. She flung the door open, a frown etched on her face.
Come on.
How long are you gonna hog the phone? Glancing at your watch, you realized that your quick call had gone on much longer than anticipated. Elizabeth held out her hand, the other one lodged on her hip. Okay, this is the only time I'm happy to see Elizabeth. She cut off this crap of conversing with a cousin. She noticed the realization on her face. Time's up. Gotta go, I'll see you soon, okay?
Bye.
You barely pressed the end call button when Elizabeth whisked the handset from your fingers and began dialing someone anew as she strode out of the room. Your mom's phone called from downstairs. Hey, has anyone seen the phone? I'm using it. With that, she shut the door behind you. At least she shuts the door. You know, some people open doors and they don't close them. Horrible. I'm so happy I've been living alone so long. Silence was left in the wake. That was one way to end your first day of summer break. Sometime later, it had gotten dark outside and you laid in bed wide awake. Your window rattled all of a sudden, startling you badly. You flinched, staring over at it with furrowed brows. From your vantage point, you saw only the moon and an open sky. You were curious. What had caused it? Could it be Cove? Cocking your head, you sat up and moved closer to the window. You wanted to get to the bottom of this. To your utter shock, your gaze was met by a pair of familiar ocean blue eyes. Cove? Squinted. Yep. Cove's right outside the window. Oh, romantic. Your house was very angular. What is this line? Your house was very angular. And some parts stuck out further than others, so it theoretically wouldn't be hard to climb around. What? What? What am I reading? Still, just because someone could didn't mean you expected it to ever happen. To his credit, Ko was doing fine. His feet were braced against the section of the... He's walking up the wall? That is even more romantic. But it's like creepy romantic. They're both middle schoolers, okay? It's fine. It's not like it's a 117-year-old man watching a 17-year-old sleep, you know? He's Spider-Man, yeah. This is not a Twilight kind of situation. This is a wholesome middle schooler boy thing. His arms flexing with the effort to keep him upright. He easily lifted a hand and waved at you from the other side of the glass. You hurriedly opened the window. Cove climbed over the ledge, releasing a breath once he was safely inside. Jamie? What's up, Romeo? Oh my. This, sir, is a surprise, but you're always welcome here. Is everything okay? What happened? You're lucky I didn't start screaming. Amazing, my dreams have come true. Ooh, okay. What should we go with? What should we go with? Two, we want to go with Romeo. The last one though, it's kind of direct but nice. It's kind of direct but nice. But I mean Romeo is a little bit more flirty, I guess. But it might make him feel embarrassed or something. Let's go with last. Yeah, let's go with last. Jamie, I needed to talk to you and couldn't wait until tomorrow. Oh, he's blushing. Oh, he wanted to talk with me. I didn't flip a coin, I went with what I wanted the most. If you rang the doorbell, I know your moms would have answered and that just make me go home. I didn't really want to explain why I was coming over anyway. I didn't want to talk about it. What are you coming over? Is it like something wrong? Or is it something... well, besides with you, I mean. But that's why I did that. As unexpected as this was, you were touched. Cove felt like he could tell you what was wrong, and put so much effort into it too. He wanted to talk to us so bad he was climbing a fucking wall. I might have tried calling or something, except my dad was on the phone. Cove suddenly looked very cross. Dad, he was talking to my mom. Still is, probably. You raised the eyebrows. Cove had eavesdropped on his parents' phone conversation. You didn't comment on him eavesdropping, or I would have done that too. I would have done that too. Cove looked relieved. A small smile played on his lips. Well, look at that expression. It's so nice. Yeah, it's hard not to spy at least a little. It was about me. Are you going to stay with your mom for a while again? No. I ain't doing a fucking summer. I ain't doing a chapter of a game without Cove in it. When it happened varied. Sometimes he would go during winter break, but usually he went during summer. Even though it was hard news when you found out he was leaving and you missed seeing him those weeks, you understood. No, I don't. You were surprised, however. He shook his head. That's what I thought too. But no, that's not what they were saying. My dad asked my mom not to have me live this year. He said she could come stay with us here. Is it gonna be another hottie mom? You waited for him to continue. He didn't. The conversation abruptly dropped off. You couldn't help but stare at Cove. There was a complicated mix of expressions on his face. What did your mom say? She told him she'd come. I know she's coming soon, before school starts. Oh. You had heard Cove talk about his mom a lot over the years. He'd tell you about past memories of what happened while he was visiting her. Still, it was one thing to hear about someone and another to actually meet them. A future mom-in-law? A future mother-in-law? Holy moly! Very soon, you were going to see Cove's mom in person. You were taken back by the news, so you could only imagine how Cove felt. He looked over at him. He was pacing across the room, his features painted with dread. Before they'd barely stay in the same room long enough to have lunch. Now we're gonna be all together again, 3 of us after all this time. Just for a few weeks. I know I should probably be happy they can talk to each other now. I'm still not. I'm just confused and freaked out, and now I feel really bad for feeling this way. I mean, the mom could just go to a hotel. This is like a summer resort place. Like, if it doesn't work out, she can just like rent a room, you know, rent a room. Like, that's a possibility. They don't need to stay in the same house. Jamie, it's so... His fists tightened and his eyes became misty. I shouldn't keep getting like this. It's been a long time already. I'm not a little kid. Though he wouldn't meet your eyes, you knew he was waiting for you to say something. Okay, let's pick the best answer. There's nothing wrong with feeling bad. That is hard to deal with. We can deal with this. I'm sorry, Cove. You know I'm here for you. Yeah, that's a lot. You didn't know what to say. Just have Cove stay with the MC during his mom's... Yeah! You can just come to our room and we can share a bed. and be all comfy and cuddly. 3's good. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. It's like... It's not like we can deal with this because that can be intrusive. And then the first one lacks the... you know, part of we are here for you. So that's like a good balance of like acknowledging his feelings and also like giving our support. The tense line on Cove's shoulders eased. Yes! Thanks. That makes me feel a little better. Like I'm not freaking out for no reason. A momentary silence fell over the two of you. You marveled at how the day started. You had woken up eager for summer vacation, but now Things seemed so crazy. I mean, in the pack hole with Mr. Holden's gift, the newest addition to the neighborhood, being so rude. And as if all that wasn't enough, now Cove's mom would be living with Cove and his dad again. Your whole life was kind of like that, it seemed. Complicated and hard and different. Why couldn't things just get better with time? Jamie? The sound of your name said quietly, pulled you from your thoughts. Cove gazed at you, concerned.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, you meant it? Yeah, I'm okay, you didn't mean it? No, I'm not, I don't know. Who? Me? I'm worried about you. Wow, things are kind of bad for everyone, huh? Let's go with the second last. Let's go with the second last. Because I don't know if main character is okay. I don't know how to read the previous line. I feel like the main character is just annoyed, actually. You don't have to forget about yourself for me. I want to listen to you. Oh my god, a great line. A great line. Cove, that was actually a great response to what we decided on. Holy shit, this feels like a dialogue. This doesn't feel one-sided. Dude wants to go back to sleep. Yeah. This is a great... Okay, I'm frozen again. Let me just try to fix this. Come on. There we go. I feel like we have to do the moments of the summer in a different stream altogether because of the program not working properly. Okay, I'm moving now. I'm moving right now. There we go. Rizzler. Okay, did we miss a line? No. Cove grinned reassuringly. It was small and delicate, but you knew it was genuine. Moonlight from outside cast shadows across his face and lit up his eyes. They seemed to sparkle with his smile. Just that one look brightened your mood somewhat. What causes the freezes? So I use VTube Studio, and sometimes there is something wrong with it, where it disconnects or stops, like... I don't know, it just stops catching phrases and disconnects from my camera. I don't know why it happens. I have heard like few theories about it. One of them seems to be like eligible theory, but I have not found fixes for it. So I'm like in the middle, like, well, I'm making a new model. I'm making a model 2.0, and I was thinking like maybe I could try to look for a new program and then configure that model for the new program if I can find a better one. I had these problems with VTube Studio when I started streaming, and they went away when I moved to Japan. The only difference was I still had the same camera, I still had the same PC in Japan. The only difference was my internet connection was shit. Like it went to like average of 20 to 30 Mbps. In Finland it was in the past it was around 200-300 Mbps, and now it's like around 600-700 Mbps. So the only difference actually that has been in my like setup is the internet speed. And now that I'm back to Finland from Japan and my internet speed is back up, it has started again, like with the freezing and disconnections. I don't know if it has something to do with the internet. I once heard a bigger streamer talk about internet issues, like if the internet speed is like too fast or too slow, it might cause this, maybe. And that seems like the most plausible reason. I don't know if that is actually a reason, because I don't do programming, right? So I don't know actually. And then when I go to see the logs whenever this happens, it doesn't explain it at all. So I don't really know. I don't really know. I have no clear reason for it, unfortunately. Yeah. You know, I think I don't want to talk anymore about this. He looked away, his lips thinning into a line, and dropped at his arms. Yeah, that's crazy to think, yeah. It's annoying. It's really annoying. but can't help it. It happens sometimes. Sometimes it's so bad the whole program doesn't work for a whole day. And sometimes it's just like once, and sometimes it's not at all. So it's not even constant. But I kind of don't want to go back home either. Could I stay a little longer, just doing something else? Ooh, he appeared equal parts hopeful and vulnerable. How could you possibly turn him away? You can stay tonight, but we shouldn't make a habit out of this. We should make a habit. We should definitely make a habit out of this. What are you saying, Jamie? Of course you can always stay here, Curve. I want you to always stay here. Stay here, please, Curve. Stay forever. Oh shit, sleepover. You held his gaze confidently, hoping your words got across to him. Cove perked up at your response, a smile appearing on his face. He immediately took a seat on your bed, not afraid to get comfortable in your room. Ooh. You felt a little better to the side somehow. You still had a lot of worries, but you were glad he was here. And not just tonight. You were glad he came into your life in the first place. This was change you'd never want to undo. It felt totally natural to let him into your little world. You fit into it like a missing piece of a puzzle. And you were certain there was room to get even closer. Oi, 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 oi. I can't wait for adolescence, okay guys? I can't wait for adolescence and adulthood. Because right now it's borderline criminal. Because they're still middle schoolers. We are keeping this very wholesome and cuddly, okay? You joined Cove on your bed, taking a seat across from him. He smiled at you again, but you could tell this time it was half-hearted. It was still easy to read. Though he didn't want to talk about his mom and dad, he must be thinking about what happened and what's about to happen. You smiled gently at him. You put a hand on his shoulder. You patted his back. You hugged him. You took his hand in yours. You nudged him with your foot. Do we hug him or take his hand? Is it too much if we hug him? Is it more discreet to take his hand? Because that's like an intimate thing to do, but it's not like if he's feeling still a little uneasy, like a hug can be overwhelming. 4 or 5? Oh, 4 or 5, yeah. I'm gonna take his hand. I think it's like, it still leaves a little bit of space for him to breathe. You easily were able to reach out and gently hold his hand. It wasn't much, but he hoped the contact helped even a little. Cove blinked, startled, before his expression softened into something more natural. Conversation was stilted and broken often by silence at first. Then both of you were able to get into your usual candor. As your secret hangout session stretched on, you thought that you truly wanted to keep having moments like this with him. You hoped a day would never come when life decided that the two of you would have to part ways. And you knew Cove felt the same. This is wholesome. Yeah, it is. It's so wholesome. You opened your tired eyes, groaning as they adjusted to the bright light that was streaming through the window and warming your tanned skin. With a loud yawn, you rolled away from the sunlight and blinked a couple of times, clearing the sleep from your eyes before realizing with a start that it was actually morning. You couldn't remember even falling asleep. Cove had crept through your window during the night and the two of you spent time together. Come on! Two of you spent time together, trying not to wake your parents. You must have fallen asleep while you were hanging out, but couldn't put a finger on exactly when. You wondered how late Cove had stayed before heading home. You rubbed your face and yawned again, contemplating whether you should get out of bed and get ready for the day or stay snuggled up for a little while longer. Until your gaze landed on an instantly recognizable mop of green, pale hair, and you bolted upright and gasped in surprise. He never left! He was still here in the morning. Yay! You froze. Your muscles refused to move an inch, and your eyes widened as you stared at Ko sleeping form in absolute shock. If your moms found out he had slept here the entire night, we would both be in big trouble. I think then would be time for the conversation you have in middle school about protectiveness, protection. I mean, our moms already know. The moms already know what's going on. It's just like, oh, you're already in that part. Okay. Realizing quickly that you needed to get Cove out of here before your moms or Elizabeth walked in and phoned him, you willed your body to get up, move on, and swung your legs over the side of the bed. Okay, the music is a little loud. Well, I doubt they need protection. I mean, even if they're both like, it's their first time and they don't have any diseases or anything, it can still be, there's still more to sex education, more than just protection, but it also can be beneficial. It can be beneficial if you want to have like, are we actually gonna do a sex education talk here? No, we are not. Anyways, there's benefits of using different products, even if there is no risk of pregnancy or catching a disease. I mean, they're just holding hands, right? Oh yeah, of course, but you know, like their moms, our moms are like, you know, oh, we should do the prep talk already, like at this point, so whenever they're gonna move to the next phase, because they're already sleeping in the same bed, then they know. You know? I don't know what is the like usual age for the talk. I never had it. I just educated myself way too young. So I don't know, is the stereotypical conversation with parents in high school usually, or is it in middle school? Because in my head it would make sense it would be in middle school. But no clue, yeah. Like I educated myself already in elementary school, which is maybe not usual. But it's like, it's better like do the talk many years also earlier than, you know, like to talk about it probably at like 14, 15, yeah. But I think like introducing like the subject early on is just better, because then like the kid has time to like integrate all the information to their brain, and then also like, you know, then they can be like in that sense prepared whenever it is like, if they're gonna have like sex in 15, or if they're gonna have it like 25, whatever, they have like previous knowledge of it, maybe, I don't know. Okay, Wild, you whispered in his ear. You shook his shoulder, you poked him in the face, you tugged at his hair, you threw a pillow at him. My mom was a nurse, so she dumped info at me at 8. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I feel like that would be very normal for like a kid growing up with like nurse or doctor or something as a parent. We're gonna of course whisper in his ear. Wake up! He whispered his name softly but urgently, and his eyes snapped open as he woke with a start. He scrambled out of the way as he abruptly jumped to his feet before almost losing his balance and falling back down. Oh, we gave him a little startle, did we? ASMR. I don't know how ASMR... I don't know. I've never tested ASMR, so I don't know how close I should be at the microphone. Also, ASMR is kind of like, don't do it, or your channel might be like nuked. But also, I don't like ASMR myself, so I don't really see why I would make it, but it's nice to play around with it sometimes. He recovered just as quickly and faced it indignantly.
Hey!
What was that for? Shh. What? The situation dawned on him too before he even finished the word. I hope they get caught. I hope they get caught. I hope like the moms know, like they opened the door when we were sleeping and saw the situation, and then they can like joke at that, like tease us about it. I really want the wholesome experience of teasing the little middle schoolers early in their romance. And that's just That sounds like a wholesome situation, you know? Cove blinked at you a couple of times, his eyes growing in panic, as some thought that only he could hear settled in his mind.
Oh my god!
I fell asleep! I actually appreciate they have like voice actors that sound the appropriate age. You weren't exactly sure what to do as you watched Cove pace your room, looking around frantically. Cove's hands flew to his face, letting out a sigh of relief when he found his glasses right where they were supposed to be. Yeah, and they can look back on it when they're in university, etc. Yeah! Despite that, he hadn't calmed down completely. The atmosphere was still frazzled. It's going to be alright. You just need to leave before anyone notices you're here. If they knew, we would have heard about it already. Or would you? Cove nodded, his shoulders tensed as he fixed you with a firmer stare with his turquoise eyes. Letting out a heavy sigh, he ran a hand through his hair in exasperation. He couldn't look at you again as he spoke. I'll see you later. You were confused by how all of this had played out, but I hoped that was true. Right. Bye, Cove. Come again. At that, you were suddenly wrapped up in a tense embrace. Oh. Oh. Isn't that bold? As panicked as he was, this seemed to be something he couldn't forget before leaving. Thanks again. You're a good friend, Jamie. A really, really good friend. He firmly whispered the words into the top of your shoulder. It made you feel tingly. Oh, this is so cute. But you were let go before you had a chance to respond or even fully react. Hug italics. Yeah. Oh, this is so wholesome, so cute. In a matter of seconds, he had climbed over your bed and opened the window. A cool breeze rolled off the ocean, fluttering through Cove's hair, filling your room with its salty scent. Cove fearlessly stepped out of the edge. Onto the edge. Not off the edge. Holy shit, no. On the edge. On the ledge. Not even the edge. Ledge. You wished him luck. Good luck, be super careful. You weren't sure if he heard you or not, but he kept going along, one foot in front of the other with an increasing speed, until his form disappeared out of sight. You stuck your head out of the window as far as it could go to try keeping watch. He walked the full length of the ledge before jumping down to the top of the garage, then lowering himself onto the fence. From there, he finally dropped down to the ground. He threw out the thumbs up at his successful climb, ran off towards his house without stopping, disappearing behind the side of another building. You had to admit that you were pretty impressed at how doable he made that look. I mean, fitness and parkour skills. I'm very much looking forward to the adult time, okay? You had to admit that you were, yes, Cove always seemed to have a way of seeming so smooth without even meaning to. With a little sigh, you reclosed your window. Deciding there was nothing more you could do, you hopped off your bed and got ready to head downstairs for the day. Like, dude, build. Of course he can do that. Yeah. Like, I can't wait for them to be adults because as I said, this game probably doesn't have any mods, so I'm not like looking forward to that, but I'm looking forward to the moment they can fully realize their feelings and they can openly just comment on these things, like seeing him move like that, you know, or something like, you know. I don't know, like currently they're just like innocent little boys, but once they're like a little less innocent and they're more sure of like what's going on, you know, then they can make more bold comments on things, right? Deciding there was nothing more you could do, you hopped off your bed and got ready to head downstairs for the day. Why would I put on slippers indoors? You checked yourself in the mirror, you made your bed, you just left. I just leave. It will become a true rom-com. Yeah. It was too early to do anything else. You took the stairs, slowly attempting to mask your face into a look of innocence. You were sure that someone would have come into your room if they had heard anything strange, but you couldn't be too careful. You had to play it cool. When you stepped into the living room, Elizabeth was there, tapping her finger on the counter. Good morning, Elizabeth. She looked you over immediately, her eyes squinting at the grating.
Why?
Were you being so weird? You hadn't even done anything. Your big sister never missed a beat, unfortunately. Exactly, nothing happened, bro. You were just innocent two kids cuddling and having a wholesome moment. That's like nothing to be like ashamed of or to hide. I don't know. This is also one thing. I don't know, like, is it normal for parents to... I don't know, like, I think there comes an age where parents don't care as much anymore, like, where the kid spends the night. Like, if they go to the same friend they always go over to, like, you can just say, like, hey, I'm gonna go over theirs for the weekend, and then it's cool, right? Right? Like, I don't know, this is again, like, I don't come from the most usual circumstances. But, like, I would imagine that middle school would be already that. And it's, like, next, like, across the road. Like, Curve lives across the road. Like, none of the parents actually cares. So I don't think no one would be in trouble. It would be just like, okay, cool, he's dead over, no one cares, let's move on. Why did he go already? Could have made breakfast for him or something like that, you know? But I guess maybe it's a little different because I feel like all the three parents know that something's up, so maybe they would be a more reluctant, maybe, in that sense, like they're, oh yeah, our kids are gay. But then again, what's so bad about it then again? You know, I don't know. It's two guys, it would be like, we played Smash, alright. Yeah. You could. But you know, the moms are gay. We have lesbian moms. So maybe they can caught up on these things. Holy shit, imagine if they're like super heavy. Like, holy shit, if you had like parents that went with the principle of no staying over at romantic interests place until you're a certain age, and if you were like aggressively pansexual, then you would not be allowed to stay at anyone's place. That would be so depressing. Anyway, you turned and offered a tight smile, and her lips pursed together even tighter. Jamie? That ain't fair, yeah. You climbed up. Wouldn't you like to know? Yeah, let's go with it. Wouldn't you like to know? That sounds like a sibling answer, right?
Duh.
I would. That's actually why I asked. She shrugged non-committally, determined not to tell her a thing. Further suspicious squinting occurred as she waited for something. But ultimately she rolled her eyes and you weren't sure if you were in trouble or not. She didn't seem to care enough to dig any further. I do say though, like, I would understand if main character made this bigger deal out of the excitement of it, right? Because also, there is also a little bit of like excitement in the idea of doing something in secret, and if it's like something romantic when you're like a teenager or something. Again, something I never experienced, but like I can understand the appeal because it makes you feel a little giddy, like, oh my gosh, we are breaking the rules, or like, oh, we are almost getting caught, and that like creates an excitement. So it makes like sense if the main character was like, oh, I'm like purposely making this a little bit bigger of a deal so it like I can like play around with this excitement, but I don't think it is like that though. He's just being weird about this. And then she walked straight out of the front door, letting it slam shut behind her, and you let out a brief sigh. Elizabeth went out most days to hang out with her friends from school around town. Today you were extra glad for it, though you were also grateful she hadn't left the house any sooner and risked running into Curve. It looked like you were getting away with that. Breakfast was eaten in peace, and alone. Your moms were birthed out by the time you had gotten up. They had left you a serving of food from the breakfast they made. Hash browns, an omelette, fruit salad, and there were a few sausage links. You passed on some parts because they weren't things you liked. I mean, that's fair. And shrimp. You appreciated that there was a variety in the meals your moms made. The parts you didn't have, but the parts you did have were tasty. The day lazily drifted by at home, and eventually your parents returned. You pulled open the fridge again, lingering in the frosty air for a moment or two before grabbing a bowl of ice-cold water and taking a long drink. It was a perfect balmy summer afternoon, and you had decided to head outdoors and find something to do. Oh no, and we are gonna like run into the annoying kid, right? As you were heading out the front door, you paused for a moment. You hadn't seen Curve since he left that morning, and you couldn't help but think what had happened to him. Would it be bad to go over to his house right now, or call him to check it? You stepped out of your house, still stuck in an internal debate with yourself, when a voice caught your attention.
Hi.
Hi, Jamie. Confused, you looked over to where an unrecognizable woman was waving at you, a friendly smile plastered on her face. Is it Cove's mom? Is it future mom-in-law? I want to see Cove in a pirate outfit. Oh, good idea though. That is good idea. You racked your memory from where you might have seen her before, but nothing came to mind. Not your school, or from the country club. Country club? What is that? Country club? Your mom's too cute. It's like country music club. I don't know. You had absolutely no idea who the woman was. The woman crossed the road towards you, and you were a little unsure whether you should stay put or go back into the house and lock the door. Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is this? Oh, is that Cove's mom? It's where people go to drink and play golf. What? That sounds so boring. That sounds really boring. Oops, I'm sorry. Was that presumptuous? I've heard about you, but you have no idea who I am, do you? Yeah, that's Cove's mom, 100%. You took your head. You shook your you took your head off. You took your head off. We just take our head off at this moment when we realize who she is. We just take the head off. You shook your head, and she moved her sunglasses to reveal sparkly ocean blue eyes. All of a sudden, she seemed a little more familiar. My son lives here, and my ex too. I don't know, she seems really young. I don't know, she gives her very young. She's cute, yeah, she's very cute, but she seems really young. Like, actually really young. With a bent smile, she lifted a hand to point at the condo across the street from your own house. She was Curve's mom, our future mom-in-law. You didn't know why you hadn't realized sooner. Not that you'd gotten a good look at her. She seemed sort of strange. She looked really young. We're not the only ones. It was almost hard to believe she had a 13-year-old kid. Oh god, no matter your thoughts on her, you still felt taken aback that she had appeared here so suddenly. I've mentioned she was coming, but you hadn't gotten the impression it would be the very next day. She extended a hand again, this time for you to take, and you studied the manicured fingers in front of your face and the assortment of bracelets that dangled from her wrists. I'm Kyra Preach. You can call me Kyra. You shook her hand. Of course we are polite. We are gonna marry her child. You know, we have to be polite. You reached out and took her hand, and she shook yours firmly, grinning wide. I'm Jamie, but you already know that.
That I do.
Cove's mentioned you to me before. It's nice to officially meet you, Jamie. Cove talked to you about his mom. What? Cove talked to you about his mom. He hadn't mentioned how he said things about you to her. What has Cove said about me? Oh, I can't tell you that. I've already said something. Ooh, so Kyra knows. I heard you and Cove spent the night. Yeah, I bet Kyra knows. All the parents. I mean, these two kids are so oblivious. And not obvious. They're so obvious. Welcome back, Hardsuit. The kids are so obvious. Of course, all the adults know. She laughed good-naturedly. You couldn't be happy about the dancer though. Was she really? Hardsuit, how do you like our future mom-in-law? How do you like future mom-in-law? She laughed good-naturedly. Yes. She couldn't be happy about the dancer though. You couldn't be happy about the dancer though. The sound of a door opening and closing caught both of your attentions, and when he turned towards the sound, it was to find Curve exiting his house, his eyes skimming the ground. Future mommy-in-law. Bruh. Considering just how tall he had grown, you kind of figured his mom also would have been tall, but she was much more on the short side for an adult anyway. Cove's height must have come from his father.
My baby.
There you are. I thought you were gonna keep me standing out here all day. I tried to catch Cove's eye as he walked towards you, but his gaze was firmly fixed on the sidewalk. I mean, I would be nervous introducing my, like, I don't know, parent to my future husband. Like, this is gonna be your parent-in-law, you know? I would also be like a little, like, you know, how do they think they are, you know? Maybe. I mean, if I put myself into this position, if I grew up in this kind of environment, and if I was middle schooler, maybe. And if I had like a different background. I don't know, I'm just trying to throw myself into this, you know? I'm trying to emphasize with the characters. When he finally crossed the road and looked up, he gave you a pitiful look. After the way he had acted last night, you knew he must be feeling pretty mixed up about this. You tried to wordlessly express that you understood. Oh, maybe Curve's reaction comes from shame. Like, I'm so ashamed that I have a mom like this. We don't know yet. Maybe not. I mean, I've gotten... We have not... The player doesn't get that much information about the relationship between Curve and the mom before this. So, I don't really know. Maybe they get along. Well, I don't know. Maybe they get along. Go get some curry. Oh, that sounds very good. Kav and I are heading into town to grab something to eat while the snore is at work. Kara beamed at Curve and ruffled his hair, which only seemed to upset him more. He assumed the snore she was talking about was Mr. Holden. Hey, you should come with us, Jamie. I'd love to get to know you better. Oh, she knows. Yeah, you should come and save me. There was a pleading in his tone that he couldn't miss. Of course we'll run it by your parents first. Responsibility and all that. To meet them, which I need to do at some point. It's important to be neighborly if I'm going to be roasting the street for the time being. Roosting on this street for the time being. Any whoosies, let's go. Oh, she knows. She totally knows what's up with us. She totally knows what's up between us. Kyra walked ahead towards your house, and you hung back with Curve, who crinkled his nose as he watched her. Sorry about her, but I really do want you to come. I don't want to be just the two of us. Not right now. You leaned in closer and whispered while checking around for anyone who might hear. What happened? Did your dad know you were gone? Cove shook his head and sighed heavily. What is the secrecy of? Come on, guys. I don't get it. I can't get behind it. Dad was so focused on Mom showing up that he didn't even notice. thought when I heard them on the phone last night that it was something they were planning for the future. This morning Dad said it was supposed to be a surprise, and I guess I was surprised. She's gonna be here all summer. What happened while I was gone? Let's see. The only major thing that happened... Yeah, Cove and me, main character had to sleep over, yeah. So Cove actually climbed up our fucking wall, like a Spider-Man or something, into like behind the window and was like, can I come in? And he snuggled in, sneaked in, I mean, and he was upset because of a conversation like, right, his parents are broken up, right? Like, they got a divorce, but his mom, he was eavesdropping his parents on the phone, and they were like, yeah, mom is gonna come over, he learned that his mom is gonna stay with him and his dad, and he was upset about it, so he came to our room and was talking about it, and then we hung out to feel better, and both fell asleep and woke up the next morning in the same bed, and it was all cutesy and like middle schooly, you know, innocent and stuff, but they were very like freaked out about it, and then like, you know, tried to make sure no one noticed. And that is what happened, and that's all. And now our future mom-in-law is here. Oh, you were surprised to hear that too. Cove sighed again, even heavier. Damn, thanks for the summary. No problem. I'll go with you if you really want me to. He smiled, his shoulders relaxing a little in relief. Thanks, that'd be cool. The two of you headed over to where Cove's mom had just knocked on your front door and stood behind her. Mom is not impressed. Mom answered the door after a while, her eyebrows lifting in surprise at the group she found in front of her. Damn, Kyle's... Oh, okay. For a moment I thought that Kyle's waistline went where her, like, hair goes. Like that little, like a little group of hair on in front of her, right? And I thought her, like, waist went along with it. And I was like, that is a very, that's like a children's cartoon waistline from like Winx or something like that, until I realized it's not like that. You realize that, like you said, she would have no idea that it was Cove's mom who was hanging with you. However, after blinking at the woman a couple of times and looking between her and Cove, the realization seemed to strike on her. Hello there, I'm Pamela.
I see.
You've met my kid Jamie, and I'm guessing you've already known Cove for a while. Kara laughed, and you and Cove exchanged looks at your parents' weird sense of humor. I'm Kyra Preach, Cove's mom. It's so nice to meet you. A head of purple-brown hair caught your eye as Ma popped up behind Mom, squeezing herself in beside her. We have company. I was wondering what all the commotion was. She grinned excitedly at Kyra. The two of them introduced themselves and shook hands. I wonder how this is gonna play out.
Hello.
Hi Jamie, Cove. Cove smiled at Ma shyly, and she gestured a hand toward the living room. There's no use hanging around in the doorway. Why don't you come in? I'd love to, but I promised to take my son out to eat, and I wouldn't want to hold you up with a surprise visit. I understand. You're welcome to... Yeah, blah blah blah. Blah blah. Would you mind too much? Nah, sounds nice. Yes, we're gonna go. Yes, have fun. Yes. You gave your moms a look, and they smiled at you fondly. Of course they look at us fondly. You were happy they were letting you go. Like, what else is the reaction? You could tell that Cove really needed the support, and you were ready to be there for him.
Marvelous.
Yes, a few hours. Okay, let's fucking go. I'm pretty positive that I saw some restaurants when I was in the taxi not too far from here.
Yeah.
It's a tourist town, isn't it? There's a lot of them around. I hear my neighbors. I'm hearing my one neighbor. They're exiting their apartment. Wait for a second, I'm a bit freaked out. Oh my god. I hate my neighbors. Okay. It's kind of strange to see Cove give someone so much attitude. If he wasn't in the mood to be nice, he generally just kept to himself. Kara put her hands on her lips and smiled at her son.
Well,
You sound like the area expert. Do you have any recommendations for a place nearby? Not really. Kara pouted at him a little and turned to you instead. How about you, Jamie? Wanna point me in the right direction? Sure, I have a couple of favorites. Let's be diplomatic. He'd been to a lot of places in town, and there were a couple that stood out from all the rest. There's a Chinese restaurant that me and my family go to all the time. It's my mom's favorite. I'm pretty sure at my old apartment my neighbors hated me. I'm pretty sure in all of my apartments, all of my neighbors have hated me. It's just, I have grown to be more maybe... Like in the past, me speaking wasn't me streaming, right? But now I'm streaming and that is very embarrassing. Like in the past it would be me playing music or having like a party or me just playing video games on Discord or something like that, and it's like, it's understandable, but now I'm streaming in English in Finland. That's embarrassing. There's a Chinese restaurant, yes. There's also a tropical themed place that tries to be sort of fancy. But sounds like a treat. I'll leave it to you to pick for us since Cubby's going through a phase of it. He helped at her and turned his face away. Okay, let's go to the Chinese restaurant.
thank you.
Will you show us the way? You nodded, taking the lead for your little group as Curve and his mom followed behind you. Together the three of you left the neighborhood behind. Okay. The walk was about 15 minutes. Along the way, Kyra asked a lot of questions about the area. Cove was quiet most of the time, so you ended up answering her instead. I'm really curious, like, what is up with Cove's relationship with his mom? Like, what kind of, like, I know when he was a kid, he liked her, but now he's, like, older and a teenager, maybe he grows more detached from her and maybe more critical? Like, is he having a bad relationship with her or something? Like, does he have a negative view of his mom? Kyra explained that she lived in a large city and she loved how peaceful and relaxing everything seemed in Sunset Bird. The restaurant was busy as usual, but luckily you were shown right to the small table. Kyra lowered herself into the chair while Cove picked the one diagonal to her, not facing her, or to her side. It was awkward. Let's see, to start, what would you all like to drink? I'll get an orange soda.
Noted.
At least he answered. At least Cove answered. I mean, I guess it's a little endearing to see like this a little childish side to Cove, you know? Not everyone is perfect. Let's just have juice. Lemonade. Kara placed the order for your drinks, getting a black hot coffee for herself, and it didn't take long before they were brought to the table and set in front of you. You took a long sip of your drink as you looked around the restaurant. Your small group checked over the menus and you decided to order the usual thing. You had been to this restaurant many times, so you knew what was good and what wasn't already. Kyra and Cove didn't need any encouragement for this. They were totally focused on the information in front of them. Soon the meals too were ordered and the menus taken away. Cove sank back further into his seat and avoided eye contact. He started to twiddle his thumbs while acting like all this was perfectly normal. Hello Freaky Bob, welcome to stream. His sour feelings today were unignorable. Instead of asking more open questions, he'd brush off. Kyra had mercy on her son and instead put her focus towards you.
So?
Jamie, what's a few things you're into? There's gotta be something you do for fun, especially now that you're not buried in school assignments. I'm really into curve. Holy shit! That is actually an answer. I don't know. I mean, I really enjoy playing the very direct route, but isn't this a little too much? Is this not a little too much? I'm really into curve. My hobby is your son. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I've been very direct before, but... Can I have, like, first I go to the beach, and then I'm really into curve? Can I have, like, 2 of them? I go to the beach, and I'm really into curve, you know? Wait. This is new. I don't know. Just going flat out like, I'm really into curve. I mean, there's nothing to lose here, but I mean, if I could have... I go to beach and I'm really into curve. I have like 2 of them because this has dots at the end. You know what? I'm gonna save. And then I'm gonna try this. And I'm really into curve. Hell yeah. Kyra let out a sudden laugh and Curve gasped beside you. You know, you need to soften it up a little bit. You can't seem too creepy. Like, say one normal thing at least. Like, we cannot have just one hobby, okay? We need to have substance as an individual. Kyra let out a sudden laugh and Curve gasped beside you. It was a dramatic enough inhale that he almost choked on the soda. Curve is our hobby. I mean... I think we have gone through we have decided to take on the obsessive route in the romance, okay? But we need to give direct... We need to give direct messages to Curve, okay? He shrugged at the reaction. It was a truthful answer to the question. Jamie. Curve whispered at you disapprovingly, obscuring part of his face with a hand. But Kyra only waved him off to and encouraged you to go on. We spend time together when we can. I like it. Ooh, well, we have something in common. Kyra smiled at Curve, who didn't look too impressed by either of you at that moment. Okay, let's add some you know, what is it called? Substance to us. I spent time on art, drawing. I filled out a lot of sketchbooks. I mean, in the beginning, when Curve first goes to a room, he does like point out drawings. You like to watch Curve? No, I like to watch. Yes. I wish that was an answer. I like to watch Curve. And okay, let's go with I like to watch people. We need to make a good impression. We cannot go with I like to watch people. Movies. Kyra nodded her head and he guessed she must like that too. And I hang out with people. Games are fun. I like to play. Ooh, something. Let's go with board games. That's great. We should all play a game together sometime. Video games. I don't know much about them. Maybe you can show me sometime. And and you didn't say anything else. Thanks, I'm happy to learn more about you. There's so much I hadn't heard. Cove leaves out the details. He was trying not to pay attention, but you could tell he was uncomfortable. Hoping it would... Oh, that's why he's uncomfortable, maybe? Because he has told all about his crush on us, and now he's like, oh no, mom is gonna like tell me, like tell about it, all about it. But if that was the case, if he was afraid of that, he wouldn't call us or ask us to be here. He would try to avoid us being together because then he would be caught. So I don't think that's it. Hoping it would clear some of the tension in the air, you decided to ask Kyra a few questions of your own. Cove hadn't told you much about her, and you were curious to know more about this future mom-in-law who was still a big part of his life. You had school today? How was it? What, is Monday a hard day for you, or is the schedule easy? It was like 2 seconds long. Okay, sounds good. That sounds perfect. What exactly do you do for work? I'm a travel writer. It's my neighbor again. It's one of my neighbors again. Wait a second. Wait a second. It's my neighbor again. It's my neighbor in the stairs. It's my neighbor in the stairs. Okay, we go on. I'm a travel writer for magazines and things. I keep people in the loop on what's worth seeing. It's good work. Wow. Holy shit. I don't know if the atmosphere is like, I don't know, smash the wall and yell other side. And that would be my neighbors, not me. Holy shit. I don't know if the situation is like, imagine how uncomfortable Cove would be if we asked this flat out, like, why did you and your ex broke up? Also, this is also a little bit of a weird question. I mean, I guess we can like learn about it later too, in more natural setting. Let's go with what do you like to do. Let's take the least risky. 3? No, I think that's too risky though. Try to slide into those DMs. Oh my gosh, Bonnie. No. If there was a mommy simulator, maybe. I'm pretty sure one time I was like kind of loud and that a neighbor knocked on my door and asked if we could be quiet and that. And then a few months later we found out he moved out. Oh no! Oh no! That is horrible. I would be so embarrassed. I would also move out. I would change countries. I would change countries. Or at least cities, or a part of the city. That sounds so embarrassing. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. I have never, I think once maybe, but I'm not sure about it. I think once in Japan someone knocked on the wall. In my previous Finnish apartments, none of the times no one has knocked on the door. But I remember being at my friend's party a few years ago and we got like a knock on the wall, but it's fine, like you knock on the wall and then we just shut up, you know. It was so embarrassing. I bet it must be embarrassing. What do you like to do now? Spend time with my little boy, of course, and traveling. A real shock, huh? Where do you live normally? Nevada. Have you ever been there? No. Never heard. You shook your head. It's a beautiful place. Check it out if you can. I'm sure. Should we ask? I mean, this is neutral enough, right? This is neutral enough question. Okay, I'll ask it. Kara brushed the question off lightly. Not at present. Okay, let's not ask. Let's not ask that horrible question. It didn't seem to bother her that the conversation dropped off. Cove sipped his soda angrily, slurping up the remaining drink with furrowed brows. He looked ready to run straight out of the restaurant. You weren't sure if coming along had ended up making the lunch better or worse. You flicked his straw wrapper at him. Why would I do that? You gave him a sympathetic look. You smiled at him, or you made a silly face at him. Let's smile at him. Cove eventually noticed you watching him. It took a couple of moments, but finally he cracked a smile that made you feel a little lighter inside. Yeah, look at that cute smile.
Very cute.
Good to see. Oh my god, yeah, she knows. I mean, we made it very clear when we said that our hobby is her son. Cove covered his face with his hands and leaned back in his seat.
Seriously?
Why would you say that? Thanks, we are cute. Oh my god. That is way too bold there. I'm gonna blush. That is way too bold. I'm not a player or anything. I'm not bold like that. I'm not that confident, okay? Were the two of you really cute together? Ooh, I guess is the reaction here. Your meals were delivered shortly after that and everything was so delicious. Even Cove enjoyed his food.
Okay.
Now that we're all full in content, can you explain please why you've had a bug up your butt all day? Holy shit, she asked it with a smile like that. The amount of pressure. Cove's face crunched at that. Seriously, baby, what did mom do to make you this mad? I haven't even been around a full day yet. He gripped the edge of the table, refusing to make eye contact. I'm pretty sure Kara ships Jamie and Cove. I mean, I feel like all the parents do. I feel like Cove and Jamie could be like a reminder of like makes them remember their own like similar romances in the past, but also the time when the romances between them started, like, you know, the moms, for example, they're like, oh, our son is having his first relationship starting to bloom. Oh, do you remember when we were young too? And then they kind of like that, you know, very cute, you know. What does Jamie even look like? Very interesting. A lot of freckles, a tan skin, and a purple hair. I didn't really have a vision what to go for with the character, so I just mess with it, and then just went with whatever. Until later on, I realized that Jamie is the name of Jamie Lannister. Why didn't I make him blonde? Why did I not make a Jamie Lannister self-import here? Not self-import, Jamie Lannister port into the game. I mean, it would have been amazing to have Jamie Lannister as our character. Jamie Lannister as he could have been. You know? All the chances that were lost. He gripped the edge of the table, refusing to make eye contact. The words he spoke were barely audible over the din of the restaurant. New god canon. Yeah, I know, right? You could have told me. She leaned forward not to miss anything else, eyebrows raised. Told you what? He finally seemed to find his voice and spoke the thoughts that had been on his mind. That I wasn't gonna visit you this year, that you were gonna be coming instead. Didn't you invite me? You wanted me here with you? Cove's eyes began to shake. Wait, what does that mean though? What does it mean for his eyes to starting to shake? What does shaking eyes look? And his frustration a bit.
I see.
Oh wait. I do want you to be around, but I didn't know it'd be like this. It's not the same and nobody said anything. I see. Why is she looking like that? She's looking mad. She's looking mad right now. About to cry, I think. She's looking mad. Her expression grew tense. She threaded her fingers together and placed her hands in front of her on the table. We've both been gifted another Clifford surprise. Dad didn't say anything. Referring to that as Clifford surprise almost caused both you and Curve to crack a smile. You also had no idea his name wasn't just Cliff. Over 5 years, nobody had ever called him Clifford right now. I mean, I wouldn't want anyone to call me Clifford. I would also want to hide my whole name, being Clifford. She smoothed her hair out, not letting go of her stern look. The more things change, the more they stayed the same. They let out identical sighs, but smiled weakly at one another afterwards. Old man name, yeah.
Sorry.
I can go home, Curve. We can still set up a normal trip to my place before the summer ends. Curve's lips tightly closed together. He seriously pondered the option.
I mean...
I think I do want you to stay. I miss it when you're not here. My heart! She reached across the gap, grabbed his face and planted a kiss on his cheek. Cove tried to wiggle away. Mom, stop! I'm sorry, sweet young men need to be smooched by their parents. If I don't, they'll take away my mom license. What? Kara was completely enthused by Cove's admission, though a tone of seriousness did return to her voice when the conversation continued. Big red dog name, Clifford. A dog name, Clifford? I mean, I could see someone naming their cat Clifford, because like people give cats all these crazy names, right? Like everyone gives cats like all kinds of goofy names. I think this is the best mom for me right now. Really? You think out of the 3 moms, this one is your favorite? I think I still like Ma the best, maybe. But Kyra is really nice too. I don't know, all the parents seem to be really lovely. I don't know. It seems like a healthy growing up environment, I don't know. Do you want to talk to your dad too?
No!
Oh. Cove had snapped the word instantly, but reeled his annoyance back in just as quickly. Maybe later. Not today. Yeah, you like the tanned mom. Yeah, me too.
It's alright.
We can shelve it. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for talking to me, little mister. She grinned affectionately at him before turning your way. And thank you, Jamie. What did I do? It's easy to act like a babe with your mom. It's harder to keep that up with your neighbor watching everything. Not just neighbor. Future husband. You know, Curb also needs to save some face sometimes, you know? Especially when you really care about what said neighbor thinks of you. Wink. Mom? She just ruffled his hair with a laugh, then moved her hand down to tap the end of his nose. That is so good. Why are all the parents like this? This is lovely. I don't know, I'm so used to all kinds of... Okay, let's skip on this. No, but usually in video games, it's always like some tragic past, right? So it's really weird to play a wholesome game, you know? I'm like, there needs to be a catch in this, right? My least favorite is Mom, though. She still scares me. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like there's gonna be some tragic thing, but I know this game is supposed to be like wholesome. You know? I'm just too traumatized by all the non-wholesome endings to games and realities and backgrounds, you know. And that was how the issue was resolved, at least between Cove and his mom. When the 3 of you left the restaurant and Kyra had paid the bill, you walked back to your neighborhood slowly. My mom got run over by the train, then resurrected as a zombie, then run over by a train again. Yeah, just like that, something like that, you know. You had eaten so much by that time, you were beginning to feel sleepy. It didn't help that the lunch had happened late, and the sun was already beginning to descend from the sky. Holy shit, okay, I wasn't prepared. Dad with long hair. Oh, frozen game. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I think we are not doing the moments like the summer days today on this stream. I feel like we are gonna do that on a separate stream. Because that's gonna be like at least 2 hours of content. Okay. Hang on tightly, software, please work. But eventually reached the street. Someone was there to greet your group upon arrival. Hot that again, yeah, I don't know, right? And he has his hair open. Welcome back, family, and Jamie too.
Huh.
Khalif. Dad. Two walked past him into the condo without sparing another word. Despite the summer heat, their shoulders were cold. I'm in trouble. He's got a stingray tattoo. Must have liked Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin? Who is Steve Irwin? I think the name rings a bell, but it doesn't ring it enough that I would recognize Steve Irwin. Oh, that guy. I have seen him. I have seen him. Australian nature protector. I don't know, the way he says "uh-oh, I'm in trouble" and winks at us is a little, with his hair open, is a little something. He rubbed the back of his neck with a crooked smile, and his eyes were soft as he looked on after them. He's so much like his mom, don't you think? He gave a vague nod. You gave a vague nod, not sure what he was expecting you to do. He nodded back, far more energetically. Okay, have a nice night, Jamie. It would be even better if Curve sneaked into our room again. You too, Mr. Holden. With that, Cove's dad disappeared to join the others inside. It was your turn to go home now. Summer hadn't started off at all how you imagined it would have, though it turned out to set the tone well. Having Kyra in the neighborhood was a new experience for not only you and Curve, but also both your families, and a dull moment was rarely had. Oh yeah, now comes like the mermaid selection. But it's already 8 PM. My neighbors hate me, my throat hurts, and my model freezes every once in a while. It hasn't frozen in an hour? Almost? No, that's a lie. In like a half an hour. It froze just now, but like the interval was like 20 minutes. But I'm still uncomfortable, so I'd say we continue with the mermaids. We go through all these 5 summer memories of middle school in another stream. So I'm gonna save and quit. Okay. And my model is frozen. How great timing. Let me try to get it moving for saying goodbye, you know. It's starting to be upset again. Okay. Well. Awkward. Where's my model? Alright, thank you everyone for watching, and it was lovely to get the game going further again. I think it's really wholesome. It has some boring moments, it has some better moments, it has some wholesome moments. I think in general it was very fun. Today too. I like the middle school kids more than the they have more like interesting like conversations. They have more like, you know, they're starting to have like their mood swings and all that shit, you know. Because when they were just kids, they were just like running around and it was like wholesome, but it wasn't as interesting, you know. I hope the moments are gonna have some like more interesting stories, you know. Yeah, I probably was gonna go study soon anyway, but it was fun. and Ryūki, and thanks for the stream. Can't wait to see how it progresses. Yeah, I know, right? So I'll be maybe streaming this next week, unless I want to continue this week and like replace this stream or this game. Like instead of playing some other game, play this game. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm just looking forward to it. I want to see all the special cute moments between the kids. You know, they're growing up in romance. Alright. Yeah, excited for the other chapters, yes. Especially like adolescents, like when they're not yet adults, so they're still like a little how do you say, not fully devolved yet. Evolved yet, fully developed yet as people. So that's like a very intriguing period of time for the romance. And I'm freezing. Okay, thank you everyone for watching and saying hi in the chat, and anyone lurking, thank you, and anyone watching the VOD, thank you, and hope to see you another time. My model is freezing soon. It's freezing. I'm freezing. Frozen.